welcome back to the Piano Crash course. In today's lesson, we will be continuing the last lesson where we learned the first part of Country Gardens. Today, we will be learning the second part with its chords and finally complete the whole song. Starting off the third line, we start by playing a C and then we play a D, but both of them are quavers, so we'll play them quickly. And then we'll play another C and then an A. Afterwards, we'll play a B and then we'll play a G. But both of these notes are quarter notes, so we'll play them for one beat each. Moving on to the second bar, we can see that it is the exact repeat of the same thing, so we'll just play it like this. Moving on to the third bar, we see a quarter note C, and then we see two notes, which is a C and a B, but they're both quavers, so we'll play them quickly. And then we see a quarter note A and a quarter note D. So the third bar is, and then in the fourth bar, we'll play a B, and then we'll play an A, and then we'll play a G, and then the final two notes are an A and a B, but both of those are quavers, so we'll play like this. So the fourth bar in its whole sounds like. Now let's combine the whole line together. And the final fourth line, we can see that it repeats the first two lines, so we already know how that goes. Now let's begin learning the chords for the third line. We start with a C at the start of the first bar, so we'll play. And then when we move on to the B note, we'll change the chord to a G. And then since the second bar is the exact same, we'll play the same chords. And then in the third bar, we'll play C. And after the two quavers, when we move on to an A, we'll switch to a D. From a C to a D. And then we'll play the D note, and then we'll move on to the B note, when we'll change to a G. But instead of changing it to this G, which is a little difficult, we can find an inversion for this. So we can play G like this. So we'll change it to this G, and then we'll play the final two notes. And that's the chords for the third line. And the final fourth line, we can see that it repeats the first two lines, so we already know how that goes. So that's the whole song. Now I'll play it and call out the chords. C, F, G, C, F, G, C, C, F, G, C, F, G, C, C, G, C, G, C, D, C, F, G, C, F, G, C. And that's the whole song. So what have we done today? We've learned the second part of Country Gardens with its chords, and we have completed the song. Country Gardens is a fairly intermediate piece, and now that we've learned it, we're ready to move on to a new level of music, to learn harder pieces and much more difficult music theory. I hope you enjoyed practicing, and I hope to see you in the next video.